Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Opening day baseball on the show. It's the Detroit Tigers taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. John Shambi on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. So the Detroit Tigers find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So, almost ready to get underway. And on the mound today, big Tyler Glasnow.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go now. And now the center fielder, Matt Vierling. The pitch. That one finds the zone. And here we go in 2023. Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And that one hit 97 on the gun. Here's Riley Green. Good eye right there. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Lays out and makes the play.
That's why it's so important to anticipate the pitch going through the zone. He's on the balls of his feet, able to quickly react, make a diving catch, and complete the play. Tremendous job from the hot corner.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Orlando Arcia. On the ground to third. In plenty of time to first. And that is that. Down in order go the. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And a pitch. And ball one. So 2 balls and no strikes. And here it comes. And now 2-1.
Well, he came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
2-2 on the way. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Manuel Margot up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. And a foul ball. Next pitch in the dirt. And the count 1-2. He goes down looking.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top 2 guys in a lineup to start an inning, Got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
0-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. The next pitch misses. Now 1-2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Welcome back. Now it's the DH, Kerry Carpenter. Glass now back to work. Lined into right. Margot hauls it in, and there's one away. And here is Parker Meadows, trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
That's a really big swing right there. He's got to remember, with his speed, a walk or a single can turn into extra bases by stealing a base or two.
Into center field. That'll fall for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Parker Meadows with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
And the batter now, Spencer Torkelson. Line drive, base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
One away, runners at first and third. Digging in, Jake Rogers. And first offering is fouled off.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Got him. 2 gone now.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a...
And now this is down for a base hit. In comes the first run of the game. It's 1-0 Tigers.
Well done. Drives in the run. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And now the rookie second baseman, Jace Young, looking for his first big league hit right here. Line drive, makes the play, and it's out number 3. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's an early 1-0 lead. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here at the ballpark, now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. The wind of the pitch. And there's a ball. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Well, you know this guy wants to pitch up, something that he can hit hard and drive over the wall. But you've got to set your sights down a little bit. You can't lose your discipline and go after a pitch that you just can't do anything with.
Harold Ramirez at the dish. That misses. Ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
On the ground, 2 ball. Ibanez to second, relay to first, double play.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
And now it's Jose Siri.
You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about.
Home team down a run as the Rays try and punch back down a run. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Two outs, runner at first. Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that one is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Rene Pinto. That one's in there, 0-1. Now 1-1. Siri over at second. Walls on at first with 2 down. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Goes down looking.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
New inning getting started. And here's the Tiger leadoff man, Matt Vierling. Glasnow back to work. And he bunts, but that's a foul ball. Glasnow in his 6th season, 29 years old, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2011. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. He's got it, and there's 1 away.
The left fielder, number 31, Riley.
So digging in, Riley Green.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
On the ground to the left. Paredes fires over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next to the Tigers.
Orlando Arcia up now for the Tigers. Grounded out his first time. And that one fouled off. Arcia playing up the middle at short. 28 years old. And he was born in Venezuela. Glasnow back to work, the 0-1. This one in the air center field. And it drops in. And that extends the inning.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rosarena moving under it. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. 1 left for Detroit, but they back now in Tampa Bay, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now it's Brandon Lau. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Now 1-1. And a pitch. And the slider just misses. And that's a little bit high. And now 3 balls and a strike. Kicks and deals. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Rosarena, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The wind of the pitch. And now 1 and 2. That misses, and it's 2 and 2. 1 down, base is empty. And it's filled up.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Three, 2 now. Hard ground ball, base knock.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it.
First offering, runner goes. Swing and a ball popped up, and that'll fall for a base hit. Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Yandy Diaz now. And that's in there for strike 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Next offering is in for a strike. First and third, 1 down. That one misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Stays alive.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Fly ball down the line. Tries to make the play, but it's foul. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
And the pitch. Outside corner, got him looking. He can't believe it.
Well, they were pretty much giving it to him right there. Playing the infield back, all you're looking for on offense is a simple ground ball. You got a tie ball game. Not sure what he was thinking up there. Strikeout looking is the last thing you want to see. Now you got to hope the next guy can pick you up and come through with a big 2-out hit.
Paredes, the next to hit, takes high for ball 1. 1 for 1 with a single so far. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Next offering clips the zone count even at 2. Rosarena at third. Margot at first. 2 out of the inning. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. Got to try to stay on that backside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3 and 2. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Young should have this one. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So the Rays strand a pair. They're down 1-0. Back here at Tropicana Field, leading off, Parker Meadows. The right-hander back to work. Up the middle. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Spencer Torkelson digs in now. Single to right at his first trip. That one ripped. Into the dive, and he got it. Jake Rogers up now for the Tigers. Struck out looking at his first at bat. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Now at the plate, Andy Ibanez. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. And welcome back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Harold Ramirez. First offering misses the mark.
Well, these Rays just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
That one to first, and it gets by him.
Well, he's been working out of the stretch just about the entire game, Boog. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But at some point, your luck usually runs out.
And now, Jose Siri. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-0.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Next offering is fouled back.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in. With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
Next one just misses, and the count's full. Crushed in the air, left center field, way back there, no doubt about it. That fires up the home crowd. His first homer of the year, and they lead it. It's 2-1.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Taylor Walls next to hit for the Rays. First pitch just misses.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
On the outside corner, and the count 1-1. And misses inside. Swing and a miss. And now 2-2. And another ball. Struck him out looking.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
And right back to the mound. Sends it to first. Play is made, 2 out. Lau at the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Check swing went around. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Left-hand hitter waits. Struck him out without a swing. Fastball to letters, frozen for strike 3. The Rays with a 2-run homer. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Welcome back. Here's the third baseman, Andy Ibanez. And the right-hander back to work. And that one is lifted in the air, and he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Glass now, ready and deals. And it's fouled away.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Jace Young up now for the Tigers. He's 0 for 1. Swings through that one. 0-1. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Just overmatched on that fastball right there, and it wasn't like he was set up for it by something off speed earlier in the at-bat. Just came right after him with 3 straight, and he had no answer for it.
Matt Vierling up now for the Tigers. Popped up. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Tigers fail to make any noise. They're down 2-1. Back here at the ballpark, we head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Rays, Randy Arozarena.
Well, these Rays showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. The starter's pitch count is high because they've worked the count full against him 5 different times. Their pitch selection's been off the charts today.
Out there to center. They get the out on Arozarena, and there's 1 down. Here's Manuel Margot. That one's in there. 0-1.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now. The wind and the pitch. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 2 down. And now the first baseman, Yandy Diaz. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. All 1 there. 1-1 now.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Slider clips the corner.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Tampa. They lead it 2-1. Back now in Tampa Bay, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. Glass now back to work. Popped up. Snags it on the run. And there's 1 away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Orlando Arcia. Swing and a base hit.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. First pitch, and he just misses.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
Swing and a miss. And 1-1.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Next one misses, and a count 2-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
2-1 now.
Nope, outside.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Boo.
The other way, And that's just foul.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
And there's ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
1 down. Parker Meadows up now for the Tigers.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And takes low for ball 1.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And that one wrapped foul. Arcia, the lead runner at second. Carpenter at first. 1 gone. The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Grounder might be 2.
Second baseman definitely have some pretty tough throws to make when they're trying to feed the shortstop at second for a double play turn because of the angles and difficult footwork. So it's always a difficult play, but one that needs to be made. When your pitcher gets you that ground ball that can be a double play, it's a killer when you can't get at least 1 out of it.
And here is Spencer Torkelson. And now it's even up.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Action in the pen down there. Kevin Kelly warming up for manager Kevin Cash. Stevenson getting loose as well. And the righty deals. Swung on, belted. That one is back. Gone! Grand slam! Oh my! His first homer of the year, and the Tigers have the lead. It's 5-2. And now Kevin Cash out of the dugout and ready to make a move to the bullpen. New pitcher on now, Kevin Kelly, on for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Next offering is fouled back. Righty to the plate. And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Rosarena moving under it. Puts the squeeze on it. 2 down. 2 out. Space is empty. And up next for Detroit, Andy Ibanez. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Ibanez goes 5 feet 11 inches, 29 years old, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Lau sends it to first. That ends the frame. But the damage was done right here as you get another look at the grand slam home run. It's 5-2. Back after this on the show. Back here at Tropicana Field, bottom of the 6th. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. And he pumps it a strike. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Ramirez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Grounder off the pitcher. On to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Up next for Tampa Bay,
Jose Siri next to hit for the Rays. This one popped up. Arcia under it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. And the deficit remains 5-2. New arm out of the bullpen, Colin Poche.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Here comes a pitch. Young at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there. Swings through that one.
Real ugly 0-1 swing right there. As a pitcher, got to be hunting for that strikeout. Keep him off balance. Send him back to the dugout.
Got him swinging. Chased the fastball up the ladder for strike 3.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
And that one is lifted in the air. Margot on his horse. Pulls it in on the run. And there are 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Now the number 2 hitter, Riley Green. Lifted in the air down the left side. That gets down for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
up next for the Tigers.
That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Tigers leave one. They're still out in front, 5-2.
7th inning, red.
And welcome back. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Taylor Walls. So the Tigers get a new arm from the pen, Aroldis Chapman. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 46.
The pitch. Just off the outside part of the plate. Chapman, multi-time All-Star. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and he works in a two-seamer. The 1-1. And that's downstairs and outside. In for a strike, and the count's even at 2.
A healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And he's down on strikes for the second time today. Rene Pinto next to hit for the Rays. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
0-1.
That one missed. The 1-1. Fought off foul. The 1-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Hacks swings and misses. It's a strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first two batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Slapped foul. At the belt and fires. Strike two.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Going to count 1 and 2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. Rays held in check here. They trail at 5-2. Welcome back. Ready to begin the 8th. Now here's the Tigers cleanup hitter, Kerry Carpenter. And a pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. Sends it across to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Now a screamer into the outfield. Tracks it down for the out. Out number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. Spencer Torkelson getting ready to hit. He's already homered here in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. And Poche ready to work. On the ground to third. Over to Diaz. Out number 3. Tigers are shut down. Back here at the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Alex Lang.
Ladies and gentlemen,
and a pitch.
Now
there's a strike.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Swings and misses. That is strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's the 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And the right-hander deals. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
One-two to Margot. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The wide, the kick, and the 1-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a 1-2. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. That's to third. Gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down.
the first baseman, number 2.
And now Yandy Diaz. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-1. Outside. Ground ball up the middle. Sneaks through. Base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Been a pretty rough game at the plate for him so far. A bunch of strikeouts, so that felt good, I'm sure. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee. And maybe they've got something going here, trying to get back into this one.
The tying run at the plate. And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
Slings it across. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. We're back. It's the top of the ninth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Robert Stevenson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
And here it comes. Rocketed out towards right center. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down. Here's the third baseman, Andy Ibanez. 1 for 3. Hard hit right side. Diaz steps on the bag, and a couple of quick outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Now Jace Young. And that one fouled off. Stevenson, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2011. Right-handed reliever, and a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. That one ran inside, almost got him. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That's off the mark. The count now 2-2.
Well, he might have to look for a different put-away pitch right here, 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times in this at-bat, so might have it timed up and ready for it.
Next offering way off the plate. Base knock, center field. And now Matt Vierling. Foul ball. Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 6, 7, 8 scheduled to start the bottom of the ninth. Back now in Tampa Bay, all set for the bottom of the ninth. Now up for Tampa Bay, Jose Siri. Jason Foley comes on now.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
There's a strike.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
Whips it across, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
Walls stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. And he deals. Check swing, tried to hold up. Now an appeal to third. That's a strikeout. Woody Keller says he won a round. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Pinto, the next to hit, takes ball one. Here's a 1-1. That one hammered, but pulled foul. 2 outs. That's inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Towards first. On to first. Ball game. And the Tigers take the season opener and move to 1-0.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
And your final score, 5-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long from Tampa Bay.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Tigers, 5 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Rays, 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 5 minutes. Our paid attendance at Tropicana Field this afternoon, a sellout.
Feel like I got no. Feel like I needed rest.